Assalamu alaikum, friends. I'm thrilled to have you join me today because we're covering a topic that keeps popping up in our inbox: Forex trading. People everywhere ask, is Forex allowed in Islam? Or is it haram or halal? You've probably seen countless social media posts claiming people struck gold practically overnight by buying and selling currencies. But from an Islamic perspective, is this all legit? If it's allowed, why? And if it's not, why should we consider it haram? These are crucial questions, and we're going to break it all down right here so you can make confident, well-informed decisions based on the facts we are going to present to you. Please watch this video till the end so that you clearly know whether Forex trading is halal or haram. What exactly is Forex trading? First things first, let's make sure we're all on the same page. Forex stands for foreign exchange. You've probably come across this term, but if not, it's basically when you trade one currency for another. Think about traveling to another country. You hand over your home currency and get back the local currency. That's a small-scale version of Forex. But in the big financial world, traders are looking to profit from currency price changes. For example, let's say you have 100 US dollars and you exchange them for euros while the euro is cheap at any given time. You hang on to those euros until the value goes up. Then you switch back to dollars, hoping to end up with more money than you started in the first place. That's the basic idea behind Forex trading. Spot transactions versus full-on Forex trading. In Islam, everyday currency swaps, like exchanging dollars for euros at a kiosk, are okay, provided it's an immediate handover. This is often called a spot transaction. There's generally no problem there, because you're literally walking away with the other currency on the spot. However, the world of online Forex isn't quite that straightforward. It usually involves predicting currency movements ahead of time, and often using borrowed money, called leverage, to try to score bigger profits. That's where things can get a bit fuzzy from an Islamic standpoint, and we'll explore why very soon. Let me tell something. It is a big no-no in Islamic finance. In Islamic finance, we've got a few core principles to keep transactions clean and fair. Riba, interest, additional money charged or earned just for borrowing or lending. Gharar, excessive uncertainty. Transactions that are extremely uncertain or unclear in their nature. Maysir, gambling, earning money based purely on luck or speculation, where it resembles a game of chance. Our task is to see if Forex trading steps on any of these red lines. It's not that all currency swaps are automatically haram. Spot transactions, for instance, are generally fine. Why? Because two currencies are exchanged on the spot. But certain Forex methods can raise red flags. The leverage puzzle. Leverage is where things can get tricky. Many online platforms let you control a bigger position than the money you actually have. Let's imagine. You deposit $1,000, but the platform offers you 1,100 leverage, effectively letting you pretend you're trading $100,000 worth of currency. If the market moves in your favor, you could make a handsome profit. But if it moves against you, even slightly, you could lose your entire 1,000 in the blink of an eye. Why does this matter in Islam? Well, often these so-called loans from the broker come with terms that might look suspiciously like interest or riba, or the risk is so huge that it's almost like gambling on price movements, because you never truly own the currency. You're just betting on whether it'll go up or down. Spot markets versus derivatives, CFDs. Now, let's talk about two main ways Forex is traded. Spot market. Big companies or banks might use this when they need to actually exchange currencies for real-world use, like paying suppliers in a foreign country. Settlements are immediate or near immediate, and there's generally less worry about riba or gharar if done properly. Derivatives and CFDs, contracts for difference. Here, you're not really owning the currency. You're making a contract with your broker to pay or receive money based on how the currency's price changes. That can be a problem, because it's almost like a bet on whether the price will go up or down without ever holding the physical or actual currency. Many scholars say this comes too close to gambling, maysir, Islamic or swap-free accounts. Some brokers advertise Islamic or swap-free accounts, claiming no overnight interest charges. While that might remove the most obvious interest factor, the structure of the trade can remain the same. Speculative bets on currency price swings through CFDs or other derivatives. So even if one fee disappears, the underlying concerns might still be there, such as high uncertainty or gambling-like risk. Always do your homework. Ask which reputable scholar approved this setup and read the fine print. Sometimes it's just a marketing tactic. Now, let's talk about the scenarios where things go wrong. Let's make this super clear with a few examples. Example A. You deposit 1,000. The broker lets you trade as if you had 100,000. In reality, you don't own that money. You're betting on whether a currency pair moves up or down. If it goes your way, great. If not, you could be wiped out instantly. That can look a lot like gambling, right? Example B. You opt for an Islamic account that claims no overnight interest. But you notice an admin fee that might be higher than what the interest charge would have been. That might be a disguised form of riba or a sneaky fee structure. Example C. You think you're exchanging real currency in a global market, but your platform is actually your counterparty. You're essentially playing against the house, and the house typically always knows how to tilt the odds in its favor. So, what is the sobering reality of Forex trading? Studies say the majority of small-scale, retail, Forex traders lose money. Some figures suggest 80 to 90% of people who dabble in it end up in the red over time. That get-rich-quick dream rarely works out, especially with high leverage. Combine that with the question of whether these trades are even permissible in Islam, and you can see why many scholars are wary about this all. From a pure financial angle, it's high risk. From an Islamic angle, it can be rife with potential violations of core Islamic finance principles as shared with you some time ago. Halal alternatives. So is Forex worth all this confusion? If you prefer a more secure, Islamically acceptable path, there are other options. Real estate. Investing directly in property or in real estate funds that follow Shariah guidelines. Halal stocks and mutual funds. Many funds only invest in companies that comply with Islamic principles. No alcohol, no gambling, and no interest-based businesses. Sukuk, Islamic bonds. These let you earn a share of profits instead of pure interest. These alternatives might not have the excitement of high-leverage trading, but they're generally aligned with Islamic finance principles and carry fewer risks. So, friends, if you really want to follow Islamic guidelines, educate yourself thoroughly before jumping into any financial venture. Don't get lured in by flashy claims on social media about quick fortunes. Ask yourself, am I genuinely exchanging currency or just gambling on price movements? If it starts to feel like you're rolling dice, involves shady fees, or just doesn't sit right with your conscience, it might be time to walk away. At the end of the day, living within halal boundaries is meant to bring peace of mind. When we chase risky shortcuts, we often stress ourselves out and risk doing something impermissible. It's usually not worth the trouble. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this chat. I hope I cleared up some of the confusion around Forex trading and why it's such a hot topic among Muslims. I'd love to hear what you think in the comments. Have you tried Forex trading before? Do you know anyone who's really made it work or lost a lot of money? Share your stories and questions. If you enjoyed this conversation, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the Halal Times, and hit that bell icon for notifications. We've got plenty more topics on Islamic finance coming your way. Until then, take care, stay blessed, and assalamu alaikum.